Good morning. I'm happy to see that I'm now amongst people who have some samosas. So nobody's got an empty stomach over here. Good. I was on the way over here. I was going to on the flight to Delhi. I was thinking about the presentation, and I was thinking about to speak to you about why health phone, and the kinds of things that you heard from the rest of the participants about that women have no information on health, that the penetration of phones is very, very high, and it's easy to build capacity, and we'll talk about scalability. But I started with this, but I really end up with this, okay? This is the reason why health phone is wanted and needed, okay? This is not okay. This is absolutely not okay. 1,000 of our children are dying every day, okay? Every single day on the very first day of their life, okay? This is not okay, okay? So I am looking, so I will say it from the beginning, I'm looking for partnerships with all of us. All of our solutions are good, and we need not to work alone, we need all to work together. Okay, so I will start with that. Okay, so I am looking to establish partnerships with all of you, and I encourage all of you to establish partnerships with everybody else. We have to find combined answers to be able to reduce and to get rid of this obscenity that is sitting over here. This is not okay. Okay? Okay, so what is health phone? Health phone is really actually a small chip. It's a collection of videos on the key issues on the first 1,000 days that we've spoken about earlier on, and about growth, development, learning emergencies, and about the key issues on diabetes or disabilities or on other things that are regional or particular to a place. And once the video content has been created, then from that we can take down and get SMS, text messages, we can get MP3 audios and so forth, and find it, use it for community radio, community video, and any other way that we want to use. But the idea is content creation to begin with. So, to speak about, I speak to you about partnerships, and partnerships are truly powerful, I believe, that alone we cannot, none of us can. So we established a partnership with the government of Maharashtra, who were starting to move forward with the mother-child tracking system, and this is what the Janani application looks like. Okay, it's got components and so forth, and you will see a health knowledge component. Okay, and that is health phone. So the mother-child tracking system, you heard yesterday about e-Mamta and how it is being executed. That's one methodology. Maharashtra has chosen a different route. They've chosen to use a mobile phone with voice, using voice as a way to record data, as opposed to filling a form out and then going to a internet cafe to fill out a form online to send it out to. So they fill it out while they're talking to the mother, and then connectivity. That audio file goes straight to a data entry port and it's entered. The data is entered, and therefore the difference of, there is no lag of data. All the data is recorded, as opposed to when you are required to go to a village to sit back and to do it. So that's one thing. And while they are recording the information, they're also seeing what are the issues. And so this is where Maharashtra started, and it's quite ominous actually. It's in the heart of India. That's smart. I mean, dead smack, 0.0. This is, at Nagpur, Katol district is dead smack in India. This is where they released their mother-child tracking system. And So a mother-child tracking system is a phone like this. They've given their health workers a phone like this, a Samsung phone, Android 2.3 phone. This is the phone, very phone in my hand. Okay? And it has their application preloaded here. The videos are loaded here. And they're training the health workers like this, in groups of people like this. And after several months, pretty close to a year now, okay, and it's a very controlled, small test because they're going to roll it right across the state. So it was important to make sure that we get all the wrinkles out very clearly, very quickly. And so from 1,976 mothers that registered on the Janani system, 170 mothers were marked as high risk. 87 children were identified with low birth weight. Small numbers, small, controlled. But what that allowed them to do is while they're talking face to face with the mother, they were able to sit and say, this is the issue. This is what you should be doing with the video right there and then. So they were able to present a solution, if you may, right immediately to the specific individual, as opposed to broadcasting. They were narrowcasting and sending one message to a particular mother, the information that she needed specifically to resolve the issue that she specifically had with herself, her nutrition, or that of her child. So this is... so while you're looking at that, I will just show you. You go into the mother-child tracking system, which is the above, and then if you go into health phone, you basically come across a screen that will look like this, okay? And it gives you the option of language. You cannot see it, but I will just kind of show it to you. And if you pick a language in, say, Hindi, and you pick a video, okay? You have a variety of, and you pick one, and maybe you'll be able to hear something, okay? But you're able very quickly in your language, listen to and watch content that is specifically, and you sit and you select what you want, and you see very clearly what you want, and you can pause, discuss, and so pause, replay. Not everybody learns in the same manner. Not everybody learns in a classroom. And so we have to have different methodologies. All of our methodologies are appropriate for a different way to learn. We need to make them all available. Those who learn by video, those who learn by bringing their daughter side by side and say, "Aao beti," and I'll teach you like that. We need to find tools for them and methodologies for them to be able to learn that way as well. So this answers those kinds of questions for those people. An SMS at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when you have no time to read it is quite useless, for people. And how many people will go back and look at their old messages? I don't. An SMS is good for me now. Once I open it, it has expired in my mind. Okay? It has expired in my mind. So, we've got a variety of videos on different issues. And our initial rollout was on the key health issues, what I would call the essentials, on breastfeeding, on hand washing, on immunization, and on the use of ORS and zinc. Okay, those are the key areas where I would say 75 to 80% of child deaths are not only in India but worldwide. Okay, so those are the areas that we like to address. And of course, underlying all of this is overall nutrition, and you have breastfeeding under that. Okay, so what the government of Maharashtra has found that it's pushing the mothers to demand service. Okay, so it's demand driven now rather than pushing. It's been pulling. We've gone into a pull system, which is excellent. The government is happy. It makes their health workers accountable now and to be able to deliver on the services. There's lesser dependency on training and bringing people in. It's very expensive. Put people on trains, on buses, bring them in, house them, board them, and find a way. Why not have a little program sitting and running on over here, a chip that you can send somebody and say, learn from here, at your convenience, at your time. We can build tests in here, yes, no, multiple choice questions, answers, and so forth, that can be transmitted back and evaluated and certificates issued to people. All kinds of things can be done in a two-way system to do that. Even for individuals, to teach them and to give them the opportunity to give an answer and say, you answered number 3 question wrong, go back and review that part again, and allows them to do that. Okay? Okay, so we have content currently available in 50 different languages. 12 of them are in Indian languages. We're expanding that to 18 with the nutrition series from the Ministry of Women and Child Development, and then going beyond that to 22 languages. Okay, so if any of you in this room have video content, I am ready. Okay, please give it to me. I will share it with everybody else. Okay, I would like to partner with you, get your content even wider distribution, not to interfere with your current distribution plans, but to augment it, to add to it, to make it more available, because that's why you created your content in the first place, to distribute it. Let me help you. Content is basically categorized in the standard UN, UNICEF, Facts for Life categories for consistency. So it's easy, convenient for people to relate and be able to do that. Here is the 42 videos created by UNICEF on the Amaji series, now released. Okay, and they cover the 12 different areas of topics of health, and you have 42 videos covering all of those. Okay, and those will all be available on this very soon. Okay. We have hundreds, if not, we have close to now 2,000 videos now available on Health Phone to download, all of them free, all of them in a variety of different formats, and we also have available a video converter, so that if the format that you download the video is not suitable for you and you want to convert it to something else, you may very easily be able to do it. The idea is we can't expect the person in the village to convert, so we try to convert as much as we can in as many formats as we can to broaden the distribution. Okay, so that is the intent over here. And these are our content and our technology partners. We thank them all. And our next steps is basically to build partnerships, to extend content, and to work. And I thank you. And I look forward to hearing from all of you with your content. Thank you all very much.
Any quick questions before we go to the next? Yes.
Nand, is there a specific length of video that you use?
Sorry?
Is there a specific length of video that you use? Is it short format, long format?
The length of the video is really dependent on, we have a training of community workers from Bangladesh in Bangla, 12 minutes. We have videos for 3 minutes. Most of the Amaji videos that we have from UNICEF now are 7-8 minutes, something in that range. It really depends how quickly and how succinctly somebody's been able to deliver that message. So there is no limitation, but we find 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to be the ideal attention span of an individual to really be able to do it. Okay? Sorry.
We found that 7 to 8 minutes, if it's engaging, is good. There's no duration. And this was specifically done because we knew that the format is very small, and it was pre-tested on a basic Nokia phone, not even a widescreen phone. And they were able to sustain interest even up to 7 to 8 minutes.
Okay, yes, next. Last question.
On a projector can be used anywhere. Okay? You get an adapter, you put it on a PC, you can put it on a PC. So it's like you get a 4 gigabyte for what, 200 rupees, something like that. Quite reasonable and easy to transport, doesn't take space. You can recycle it, get it back, get a green one, which is version 1, take it back and give a blue one, which is version 2. Variety of different ways to distribute content. Inexpensively, rapidly.
Okay. 2 more very quick comments. Yes.
Who pays for it right now? I just wanted to know the payment.
So there is the phone to be paid for. There's the phone to be paid for. There's a content development to be paid for. There is the chip to be paid for. And at the moment, the content has been developed by a variety of people. I have developed some content. UNICEF has developed some content. And Alive and Thrive has developed some content. And so forth. So I'm taking a variety of different content from a different variety of sources and aggregating it. The phones, the government of Maharashtra has initially now given phones out to the health workers for the initial project. We are looking at different ways. It's a huge capital expense, and obviously this cannot continue. We're looking at different options of sitting and saying, okay, phones are dropping in price. We all know that, okay? So if the health worker was planning to spend 2,000 rupees, perhaps we can say, okay, you spend 2, we'll spend 2, and we end up, so it's a subsidized phone. That is an option that we're looking at. The cost of the chip is quite small. We can look at CSR options to sit and work with people to do that. So this is all new, and we're looking at different models, and we're open to listening to any suggestions that any of you have on ways that you think that we could implement this.
Okay, last question. Yes.
Yeah, my question is like these ASHA or A&M, they are using this phone, right?
That's correct.
ASHAs are using, or only the A&M?
At the moment, it's A&Ms, okay? But we are looking to extend it to ASHA. At the moment, it's only A&Ms.
Only A&Ms.
At the moment, A&Ms only, yes.
Okay, because my question is, we did study like in the northern areas in Bihar, UP, only 40 to 50% of the families are, visited by the frontline health workers, especially the ASHAs. So if they are basically not going to the marginalized section of the community. So my question is how they should be reached through your this mobile application or videos.
Once the content is on the chip, it doesn't only have to be in the format that works on this chip. So on this phone. So the same content, the same video is available on the phone in 4 different flavors, 4 different formats. I can Bluetooth, depending on what you want. I can, on your phone, an ASHA worker or somebody else can Bluetooth that to somebody else quite easily, on a different format quite easily. Okay? That's the other way. All of these videos, all of them, are downloadable from the website for those who have internet connectivity initially to be able to use, to be able to do. We are trying to move as quickly as we can to provide the content to as many people in as many different formats so they can play it on as many different phones as they can. Text is important, SMS is important, but we think that if a picture is worth 1,000 words, like that picture I showed you about the 1,000 child deaths of India, then a video is worth 1 million. Okay, and we have to use video. We know that phone prices are dropping, and I believe that we need to shift towards video.
Okay, thanks, Nand. We have to go to the next session now. Sandhya.